months ago, you needed a few things before boarding a plane at the airport: your ticket, identification, and personal belongings. On the first day of the resumption of domestic flights, here at the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, you still need those things, plus PPE and patience. Colourful markings on the ground and considerable gaps between passengers while going through security aren't for no reason. With Nigeria still in the throes of the COVID-19 pandemic, these efforts are for keeping passengers safe.
We had an international flight down here, and there wasn't any better safety protocol than what we've experienced here. So I think I feel safe enough.
Music to the ears of the airport authorities, who say improving safety standards is a top priority.
We want to build the confidence in our teaming passengers that, look, the airport is safe to pass through, as well as the CAA making sure that the aircraft too are safe for passengers. We ensure continuity. We will not relax. We have a committee in place anyway, COVID-19 compliance committee. We have it in all the terminals, and their work is to ensure that all these things that we put in place is sustained and the compliance is 100%. That's what we've done.
All of this have been done, of course, ensuring the safety of those aircraft. That's also taken into consideration. Then the security of even the passenger. It's not just on the health protocol, but everything combined. It's a total package.
A quick look online reveals prices for a one-way economy class seat on the day of travel went for around $80, and that crept up to around $250 for business class. But the prices haven't deterred these passengers.
The traveling is necessary, as I have to go. If it's not necessary, I will have just stayed back. But I'm eager to see how the sitting arrangement will be in the aircraft. Aside that, I think everything is fine.
So were we. We travelled to the boarding gate for the Air Peace flight, where we found passengers waiting for announcements to be made. Travellers had been asked to arrive at least 3 hours before departure, but the longer waiting time saw frustrations rise and tempers flare. Eventually, identities are checked, and a limited number of passengers at a time approach the bus. Well, we've just been granted access onto this transport bus, which will take us a very short distance to the aircraft. This is, of course, an Air Peace flight that will be flying from here in Lagos to Abuja, and we're hoping to be let aboard so we can see how social distancing and how passengers are being prepared for a journey in a new world. Once we reach the tarmac, passengers are close behind, gathering in small groups before each person climbs the stairs. All right, well, the next set of passengers are about to arrive on their bus before they board these steps, climb these steps and get upon the plane here. About to take a look and see how this flight is preparing for its journey from Lagos to Abuja. Hi, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Despite some pushback from Air Peace authorities, we were able to gain access to the aircraft and see for ourselves what seating arrangements were like. Still on the tarmac, we also took a closer look at Arik Air efforts to keep some distance between passengers on its plane. At the point when we were on board, middle seats were kept empty and everyone had their face masks on. Well, here we are aboard the Arik Airlines flight. This is another flight going from Lagos to Abuja. We've been able to take a look at each of the aisles, see how the passengers have been able to board, how they're observing a social distance, and ultimately the consensus that we've experienced here is that the passengers and the crew themselves feel safe. Back at the terminal, the hallmarks of a new era of travel are clear. Airports in Kano, Maiduguri, Owerri and Port Harcourt are expected to resume domestic flights on July 8th, with more following suit on the 15th. It's unclear when international flights will resume, but if the reopening of the domestic terminal is anything to go by, anything short of keeping passengers in airports and airplanes safe from point A to point B simply won't fly. Femi Akinsanyan, Arise News, Lagos.